On the MTN News, cleaning house.
Traditionally, our chiefs are the ones who make the decisions and lead us in a good way forward.
Chiefs on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation take the unusual step of voting out nearly the entire tribal council. Also, a drug burn gone wrong. Smoke pours into the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter, leaving employees sick and animals rushed outside.
And I had 14 staff members exposed to smoke inhalation from methamphetamine, plus all of my animals is not okay, and it should have been prevented.
We'll tell you what happened. Also, tenants at Rose Park Plaza say they're fed up with unsafe conditions.
What we're asking for is we're not asking for the stars. We're asking for basic human rights.
Now they're uniting to form a tenant union. The MTN News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. The Bureau of Indian Affairs has approved the removal of 10 members of the tribal government on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation. The Society of Chiefs voted last night and in a very rare move delivered the request to the BIA today. That action comes about from an illegal council meeting to remove the president, who wants an audit on $91 million of tribal funds. Q2's David J. reports.
Northern Cheyenne tribal members marched from the BIA office to the tribal offices in support of President Gene Small.
We say support Gene, we say support Tory, we say support this and that. My cause is for what's right. That's it. That's all. Nothing else matters.
On Wednesday night, the Society of Chiefs came together to discipline those who took action under what President Small calls an illegal meeting.
This is unprecedented. This is history.
It's very sacred, special, and something that is to be respected within our community. It's the only time that they come together is when something serious happens, and so, I'm here to support the people.
State Representative Jade Suktis says this is all about transparency.
8 yes, motion carried.
The council voted to remove Tribal President Small, who wants an audit to find out how more than $91 million has been spent. But some say the council did not follow the Northern Cheyenne Constitution and bylaws. Small says the chiefs implemented traditional law to protect the people.
I think that needs to be recognized as a Cheyenne. You're touching on something deeper than, any written constitution or bylaws or tribal codes.
The chiefs wrote a declaration to the BIA to have 8 council members who voted during the so-called illegal meeting to step down, along with the secretary and the treasurer.
This is the change that we need.
A lot of people parked in the parking lot, some waiting in their vehicles, some on the lawn as tribal chiefs are in the teepee making a big decision that will affect the president, the tribal council, and all the tribal members. Are you supportive of what the president wants to do?
Some of it I am. With the audit I am. With getting rid of the council. I think we've all had enough of them.
The chiefs removed the council on Thursday afternoon after making the decision on Wednesday night.
I'm hoping that tonight's meeting will guide us in the better direction of what we need to be doing going forward.
In Lame Deer, David J., MTN News.
A drug burn gone wrong at a city-owned incinerator sent smoke into the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter today, leaving more than a dozen employees sick and exposed to meth and forcing animals to be rushed outside. Isabel Sparts looks into how often that incinerator is used to dispose of narcotics, including the FBI's recent burn that led to the incident.
It may seem like wash day here at the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter, but it's the aftermath of a shocking situation.
We're really, really lucky.
Executive Director Trinity Halverson was sitting outside Wednesday when she noticed a strange smell coming from the building.
The little bit longer that I could smell it, I knew that it was something burning in the crematorium, like the incinerary.
Within minutes, thick smoke filled the building.
Several of my staff were coughing.
We were trying to pull everybody out to get them out of that smoke because there was billowing smoke out of the room.
Employees like Lizette Worthy rushed to evacuate animals to safety, and after several hours, 14 shelter employees went to Billings Clinic to be treated and were shocked to discover what was in the air.
One of our board members got a call from City Administrator Chris Kokolsi, and he let us know that after doing some research, he got confirmation that they were burning methamphetamine.
The incinerator is owned by the city of Billings. While it's regularly used to burn animal remains, each Wednesday law enforcement also uses it to dispose of narcotics. City Assistant Administrator Kevin Iflin claims the problem lies not with the incinerator itself, but with the negative pressure it creates in the building.
And then there was another thing in place that there was a 4-foot fan out there that if there was issues that started to arise, that we could turn that on.
Iflin says that fan was never turned on, along with another problem.
Well, apparently there was a backdraft of some sort coming out of there where smoke was coming out of the incinerator.
Iflin says he has no knowledge of prior problems at the shelter, but Halverson says issues began to arise 2 years ago when smoke would fill the room during burnings. She tells MTN she's reached out to the city multiple times with concerns.
But when they're burning, what they tell us is evidence. It smells like almost like plastic or chemical burn.
All animals Wednesday were taken either outside or off location and are all safe. The employees have all since been released from the hospital.
And I had 14 staff members exposed to smoke inhalation from methamphetamine, plus all of my animals, is not okay. And it should have been prevented.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
Law enforcement agencies dispose of confiscated drugs in a variety of ways, and it varies from state to state. Agencies use everything from crematories to foundries to hospital incinerators and specialized businesses to burn drugs. Here in Montana, the Department of Justice has 4 drug incinerators for law enforcement at Billings, Butte, and Great Falls and Glendive, paid for by a lawsuit settlement with a pharmaceutical company. This is video from the unveiling of the incinerator in Butte back in 2018. Tonight, the FBI is still searching for the suspect in the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. These are some new photos of the man believed to possibly be the suspect in the shooting, just released tonight. Authorities still have no motive, but they're piecing together what happened. They believe the fatal shot was fired from a building about 400 feet away from where Kirk was speaking, with the suspect jumping off the roof and then running into nearby woods where a rifle was discovered. Kirk's assassination, the latest in a surge of politically violent acts against people in both parties. Homeland Security expert Donnell Harvin says that the hyper-partisan atmosphere has made conditions ripe for violence.
Our extremes of the right and left have spent so much time villainizing each other, demonizing each other. They make each other's easy targets for those who are radicalized within their bases.
Thursday, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle called for calm in the wake of the shooting. Well, let's turn our attention to the weather for just a minute. Meteorologist Jason Stiff joins us now with a first look at the forecast. Jason?
More active weather in the 10 o'clock hour in southeastern and south central Montana. Some isolated showers and storms, mostly over Bozeman. On the other side of the pass from Livingston, also some more rain showers have been moving through the Cody area, but they're leading all the way into parts of Bighorn County and southeastern Yellowstone County. Some isolated thunderstorms moving over the Fort Smith area and more light showers pushing over parts of Custer County as well as Powder River County. Our 7-day forecast with more chances coming up.
The nation is marking 24 years since the deadly September 11th terror attacks that killed more than 3,000 people and resulted in the United States getting involved in 2 long wars.
Philip V. Calcagno.
Michael F. Camerata.
At the World Trade Center site, a somber ceremony as the victims of the largest terror attack on American soil were honored. Meanwhile, President Trump took part in a commemoration honoring those killed at the Pentagon.
We defy the fear, endure the flames, and emerge from the crucible of every hardship stronger, prouder, and greater than ever before.
Along with the more than 3,000 people who were killed that fateful day, hundreds of first responders have since died from 9/11 related illnesses. Well, on this September 11th, Americans pause to remember lives lost and heroes who gave everything. In Laurel, volunteers found another way to honor that sacrifice by ensuring that veterans are sent off with dignity. Their gravestones cleaned and cared for at Yellowstone National Cemetery. Vanessa Willardson shows us how this day of remembrance is bringing people together through service.
Weathers, it doesn't matter. I mean, you gotta get out and do what you have to do.
Even in the wind and the rain, One couple, Jean and Catherine Lemon, cleaned headstones at the Yellowstone National Cemetery for more than an hour to honor those who served in the wake of the 9/11 tragedy.
A lot of people are buried in the National Cemetery that have fought for our freedoms, as well as all of those that lost their lives on that day that needed to be recognized and will need to be recognized every year.
A nonprofit group, Carry the Load, organized this event with nearly 70 cemeteries across the nation, including this little cemetery in Laurel, Montana.
We're a small cemetery. Our volunteers are extremely important to us.
Cleaning headstones is all a part of a bigger picture on this National Day of Service, remembering the 2001 attacks.
This was a very significant part of American history to have this happen, and the lives that were lost. The volunteer organizations make sure that people remember, and that's what's important about this.
The event does more than honor the first responders and people who served in the military in the past. For the Lemons, they're honoring the first responders and people in the military who are serving our country right now.
We currently have 2 Marines serving, our oldest son and our youngest daughter.
I think it's great that we could come out today and clean the headstones of soldiers that had fought for our freedom.
In Billings, Vanessa Willardson, MTN News.